Oh, look at that. Starting to go. Look at that. Boy. Tell you. Figuring this stuff out is a pain in the butt. The first video I made, forgot to turn my mic on. But in the process of doing that, I figured out how to make my software, and only it's a pain in the butt. First video I made, sorry, I'm distracted. As you can tell, I'm slowly figuring this out. How to get this stupid thing to work. Alright. So I got all that done. Alright, so if you watch my other video, I've noticed that Hollywood is going through this cultural thing. I don't know if it's because they have a bubble they live in, or what. Most people who watch these shows don't think of these things, but evidently in Hollywood it's an issue. And they decided to force it down our throats. And I'm kind of wondering if they're being paid somehow to, when they're having an interview, that they talk about it and push it. It's very, very interesting times right now. And it's hurting entertainment. And basically, man bad, woman good. Now, the last movie I was at was Crawl. And, you know, one can only have so many movies where they have the woman as a little girl being talked down. And it's actually starting to piss me off. So when I watch it, you know, when you watch a movie or TV show, you want to escape. And now when I see that, it pisses me off and takes me out of the movie. And it's happening more and more and more. So I'll be talking more about that stuff going on. Especially with Marvel replacing the men with women. Because you know it's going to happen here soon. So anyways, getting to the subject I got. Kate Mulgrew, Captain Janeway from Voyager, claims Gene Roddenberry and Star Trek, the original series, are extremely misogynist. Now, the only thing I see that was kind of questionable is probably the women uniforms and Captain Kirk bedding just about everybody. But other than that, I didn't really think it was putting women down, you know. And she says it follows with Jean-Luc Picard in The Next Generation. And as far as the pilot episode, I think Deanna Troi had a blue like uniform with a dress type deal. After that, it was just a standard, you know, consular uniform or whatever she had. It wasn't a dress or whatever. So I thought that was interesting. Two, Jean-Luc Picard was kind of a D the first 2 seasons. They didn't change his character till the 3rd season because a lot of people rejected it. Like, they didn't like him a whole lot. So, now if it's the sexual things, well, Commander Riker, he was the swordsman of the Next Generation. And according to the internet, he kind of bedded more women than Kirk. So, not really sure where this comes from. And on top of it, the original series was kind of always pushing the limits with viewers. Kind of like the interracial kiss, because back then, race was really dark times. It's frustrating. So, anyways, I'll put the links in here, but this is the interview here. Oh, Funimation, look at that. You can go away. But yeah, this is the article that talks about it. And you can read it on your own time. I'm not going to read their thing. Oh, look, another Funimation. There, I guess they're preparing for the lawsuit, because I have a feeling they're going to lose. Anyways, let's, what the heck? This is how many encounters Kirk had with women. We have, the internet is quite awesome with information. Definite sexual intimacy, 2. 1 pregnancy. That's not in here. Near certain intimacy, 5. Intermediate, 8. Kissing but definitely no sex, 12. And actually, if you go to this page, you have an entire life history of the character. And one thing that I always liked about Kirk, he lost his shirt a lot. Like a lion in the jungle, sometimes it just happens. You know, you're fighting your enemies, and you're going to the battle to death. And as you can see here, he required special shirts. That's all there is to it. Like, he should have had chainmail. That's right, chainmail, because that's how fierce this guy was. This is all man, fighting and saving the world. And then we get to the new Star Trek, which I absolutely hate, reject. Little baby tear. Baby tear. I guess with the new Star Trek, I guess they have better quality shirts. I guess. I don't know. But as far as the new Star Trek, I hate it. Everything about it. And what kills me the most is what brought it up was someone said Star Trek Discovery was misogynist. Now, that's what prompted her to say the original series. But I think I've seen 4 episodes of Star Trek Discovery. And my thoughts are, it's not Star Trek at all. It's got the name, but it's horrible. That's all I can say. They all fight. You'd think that they... Oh, the other thing is, I noticed there's a lot of women. A lot of women on there. They all fight. Everything's basically... Well, they fight amongst themselves on the bridge. So, that's one. They can't... There's, like, no command. Like, okay. And they're gung-ho. Like, they're willing to fight other people on a whim. That's not how Star Trek is. Star Trek, it's always been about diplomacy. And then there's the Klingons. I don't even know how I feel about that. They made them look like Egyptians or something with all the gold and the sarcophagus. And I don't know. After the 5th episode, and what's sad, I do not remember any of the stories or anything of Discovery. It's that bad. I've repressed it. In fact, it should be ashamed of themselves for putting it on there. Now, I'm told it's supposed to have been 25% difference for the rights or something like that, but I don't know. It's clearly not Star Trek. And that's why I watched the Orville, which is more Star Trek than Discovery. So, take it as it is. In fact, they have a couple writers on the Orville from Star Trek Next Generation. So, take that with a grain of salt. And now we're going to get on to my Twitter. Twitter is endless amounts of information. And what do I feel like discussing today? Social media is just horrible these days, but now this guy is part of the Phantom Menace. Now, I don't know what day this was, but this is what people online do. And these SJWs, which, they destroying things. All I can say. It's just horrible. They will come after your family and your job and destroy anything. They don't care. They have no care. These people are the root of all evil. So as you can see here, these people are now bringing my 13-year-old daughter into discussion over a goddamn movie disagreement. I keep my family 100% off the internet for the exact reason. This is how they operate. They are horrible people. So, look at this guy. Mr. Zach Vanna. Oh, look. Nick Ricada doubling down on being stupid and unethical as a lawyer. Guest renewing his license after being delinquent has him feeling punchy. Punch drunk, just drunk, yes, just drunk. Bye-bye. And it wasn't even his law license. It was something else. It was a business. Here we go. That wasn't my license, you idiot. Look at that. Look at these people. He can double down all he wants, but unlike his blind followers, read that disposition. We saw that what Vic said in blackface, according to that document, presumably has been inside a courtroom at some point. How embarrassing. What kills me most is these people went through social media, and he went to a party with his black friend, and he just wore dark makeup. And so they call him racist for that. He went with his friend to a party. A black guy. One of his friends is a black guy. Like, yeah, let's see what else we got here. This is what I mean when I say the Phantom Menace is a cult. If you violate the group, think, well, you're pesky, I liked it, you're held up for ridicule. If you call out toxic behavior, you receive more of it. But you kind of get the gist. Look at that. And I'm going to be popping, you know, different little things here and there. Here, we got some new ones. Yeah, like this. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about, you know. The news. The Apollo program was designed by men for men. If we don't acknowledge the gender bias of the early space program, it becomes difficult to move past it. Like, really? This is where our world's coming to, you know. So the New York Times hired its first female editor 29 years after NASA hired the first female astronaut. Here we go. Moon landing hoax. Oh boy. Oh, look at that. He's poking a bear. The moon landing was sexist. Oh, here's another victim of, nope, that's not it. Well, I'll talk about that in a different video. But that is how things are going. And of course, everything on Twitter is pretty much fair use. So anyways, I think I made this video long enough. Probably make some more. I just uploaded a video here just a minute ago. I think it updated. Let me look here. Let's see. Oh, it's still in draft. I gotta finish it, but anyways, I'm gonna finish off with this that I believe in. I'm here trying to promote this GoFundMe here. This gentleman here has got a defamation lawsuit going on. You can get the information from Kate's channel. The website will be in the description here. Basically, 3 of his co-workers defamed him for sexual assault, and also the company for wrongfully terminating him. And we're looking at maybe 8 to 10 people in this lawsuit, maybe more. So if you find it yourself, donate. Please donate for his cause. It's gofundme.com/f/vic-kicks-back. And if you want information on the story and everything, look up Ricada Law on YouTube. Have a good day.